Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Productive Not Busy podcast with me, Wayne Weathersby, where we're addressing the needs of business owners and planting the seed for a secure future. I'm going to show you how to make more money, have more free time, and less stress. So you just have to ask yourself these questions. Do I want a business that's far more successful and productive? And do I want to grow my business to the next level? Do I want my business to work for me or work for it? Remember, customers have high expectations, and with our help, we can put you on the path to taking your business to the next level. We can evaluate your business and see what makes the difference between a successful or just getting by. Remember, it's just people, processes, and procedures. So give yourself the best odds of being successful, and let's make this happen. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the show. We are going to talk today about ways to turn failure into fuel. So when you hit a roadblock, here's how you can keep moving. I think one of the most famous sayings is by Thomas Edison. I haven't failed. I've just found 10,000 ways for it not to work. Remember, Edison failed over 10,000 times before he was able to successfully invent the light bulb. So he welcomed the failure with joy because he knew that the knowledge of what didn't work would only bring him closer to finding the way that it did. So why is it that we always expect to become successful overnight? I think it's because society glorifies success, but rarely mentions the amount of blood, sweat, and tears it takes to make it happen. I don't care if it's a man or a woman of any kind of greatness. They have to have done the hard work, deal with the setbacks and the failures. See, ignoring the hard work leads people to be fearful of failure. So sometimes quitting before they have even begun is the only option. We shouldn't let our failures hold us back. Instead, we should reframe our failures to become fuel until we hit our goals and expectations. So here's a few ways we can turn that failure into positives. First thing you can do is expect it and then just reframe it. So no matter who you are, failure is bound to happen at some point in your life. Even though we may not try our best, it doesn't always equal out to be success. Failure is an essential element in order to move forward and closer to your expectations and your goals. Don't be cautious because you're afraid of failing. In my opinion, you should embrace something new. Be bold and adventurous. As you try to accomplish something outside of your comfort zone, that's really the best mindset to have. It's okay to fail, and it only means that you're growing as a person. Think of failure as an experimentation on the path to success, if you want a fancy way to say it. Fear is not a component. Then you have to really reflect on how you're responsible for it. In every failure, there's a lesson to be learned about you. What was your role in that failure? Take a huge step back and ask yourself some tough questions. Were you present in the moment? Did you give it your all? Were you waiting for someone else to take the initiative? That's a big one. How could you have contributed more? By analyzing how your actions affected the outcome, you'll always be in a better position to achieve success the next time. You must be willing to call yourself out when you are at fault. The most important part of this step is being honest and open with yourself. So find the lesson. Failures are lessons just waiting to be understood. When something goes wrong, simply ask yourself what you can learn from it. Taking time to reflect on your failures will help you move forward and also lessen your chances of repeating the same mistake. The lessons might not always be present to you right away, of course. It may take time to fully grasp and understand how you can apply this lesson to the next time that you try it in the similar situation. It's important to stay in a learning mindset. Though you might get frustrated, You want to keep the frustration to a minimum. Try and take a step back and look at the bigger picture until you feel you have more knowledge from your failure. Next, I'd say add fuel to the flame. Setbacks can be turned into motivation and be your driving force in moving closer to what will work and what you're trying to accomplish. Don't be afraid to try a different route or put yourself out there, or put more of yourself into it. You might be frustrated. Use that motivation to show up fully and commit to your goals. By being your best, you will be able to be more successful every time. Take your negative emotions and turn them into something good. By adding fuel to the flame, you will have directed that energy towards something positive. Always. Remember to smile and have fun with each task that you take on, even if you think it will be a failure in the long run. Next, you want to release and receive. While it's important to learn from your failures, it's also vital to learn when to let them go. In order to create room in our lives for the things that do work, we need to release the things in our life that don't work, which is our failures, right? Don't stay stuck on what didn't work for too long. Move forward, make a path for what will work for you in the next task. It's important not to let yourself get down. I see this a lot. Cut yourself a break. Do you hear me? Cut yourself a break. Again, everyone makes mistakes. As long as you move forward and learn from them, it's easy to be successful. Get honest feedback and apply that. Do you have someone that you can rely on for honest feedback and criticism? Find someone that's an accountability partner that you can put in your corner who will support you while being honest and open about your failures. It's nice to have another set of eyes on that. Having a partner who can let you know what you can do better and point out things that you might have missed will help you be more successful. 2 pairs of eyes are always better than one. Once you know what your blind spots are, you can apply the new advice into your next experiment and have them hold you accountable as you continue to try to reach your goals. The next thing is you can better your best. Once you reach your goal, what do? You keep going. Sticking to your last success can become the ultimate failure when you become too comfortable. It's always necessary to push yourself for a new record, benchmark, or a new top, new ceiling. Continue to learn more about yourself and step outside of your comfort zone. Challenge yourself to keep your drive, passion alive. Knowing you can accomplish major goals will help to motivate you to try things you never thought you could do before. What is something that you wanted to achieve but always thought was unattainable? Go for that. Once you know you can become successful after failure, you will be more motivated than ever to reach for the stars. Next, you want to focus on your goals. The next time you find yourself failing, know what it is, or know that it's a part of life and that everyone goes through the similar struggles. You're not unique in that aspect. Reshaping how you look at failures will provide you with the tools necessary to accomplish your goals, expectations, dreams. By turning your failures into fuel, you can move forward to become a better, stronger, and wiser person. I hope this was helpful. This was on my mind tonight. I've had a couple of conversations today with some folks that were struggling, and I just wanted to put this out there. It's a great listen. It's great advice. And I hope you have a great night. Remember, sell a bunch. Enjoy. Take care. Be safe. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Hammer Down on Productivity and Sales podcast with me, Wayne Weathersby. If you liked it, please subscribe today on iTunes, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And if you would, take a second, give us a rating or leave us a message. It would be greatly appreciated.